Welcome to the Capital Exchange. I'm Steve Wilbur, Managing Director at Allen Capital Group.
And I'm Travis Portwood, Chief Investment Officer with Allen Capital Group.
Travis, you made a statement last week. If you don't have an estate plan in place, the government has one for you. We know it is an important element of your financial plan, and it's really not natural to talk about death or becoming disabled. Let's talk about the most common elements of an estate plan.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. People aren't excited to wake up in the morning and talk about death and talking about, becoming disabled, because discussing those situations can be challenging. So people tend to avoid it. However, I think it's far more tragic for something to happen and for you not to have the documents in place to be prepared for it. Because in those situations, you've now put a burden on the people you love because they have to sort out your situation because you didn't.
Yeah, and the most common elements of an estate plan is a will, which most people know about. It's a set of instructions that coordinates the distribution of assets. It can appoint a guardian if you have minor children, but it does go through the probate process, which we know is an extremely expensive process to go through, and it can also delay the distribution of assets to the next generation as well. And it's a very public process that most people are going to feel extremely uncomfortable with.
Right. So thinking beyond a will, you can consider a revocable living trust or establishing a revocable living trust. Yeah. Same concept as the will. It's a set of instructions that allows for the distribution of your assets in the manner you desire. Once the trust is funded, though, where we've taken assets and actually titled them in the trust's name, you've essentially probated your own assets. So when you do that, it gives you the opportunity to potentially avoid the high cost of probate, the delays associated with probate, and best of all, it's not public in nature, and most people will enjoy maintaining their privacy in those situations. I also want to point out, this is just discussing a trust at a very high level. Trusts can be extremely flexible with a set of instructions. They can be simple or they can be complex if your situation calls for complexity.
Yeah, and the last documents, not any less important though, are power of attorney documents for healthcare reasons or financial matters. These documents allow people that you trust, and I stress trust, to be able to act on your behalf when you may not be able to.
And make sure that the powers of attorneys have the power of attorney documents. And furthermore, make sure your wealth advisor has a copy of these power of attorney documents, because we have the ability to store those documents in a secure digital vault, and that gives you access to them anytime, anywhere, when you need them most.
Yeah, this has been great, Travis. I look forward to it next week.
I look forward to it as well, Steve.
If you would like to discuss your estate plan options, our contact information is below, and we look forward to speaking with you.